Hey everyone, Chris, Four Directions Bushcraft. Hey, I brought you by today to do a quality check on all of our items. Now, that's new items and old items, over a year old, 2 years old, items that I've taken to expos and just tortured. I want to make sure that they last, that over time nothing happened to them, and that they perform the same way they did when they were brand new, you know? Because everything I send to you, I use in my pack as well. And my whole family uses out here in the woods. So I want you to come along with us. My mom's gonna test out some items. I'm gonna test out some items, and actually my daughter Brianna is gonna test out some items because they're not as strong as me. Their skill set is not as good as mine. My mom has arthritis, and I want to make sure she can use our products just as easily as I can. If they were out and they didn't have me, that they could survive. All of our products are potentially life-saving products, and we want to make sure they work the very best for you guys. So this is Mom, Four Directions Bushcraft, Cheryl, and the ferro rods are so easy to use. She has a couple she keeps in her car. She keeps one of them in her emergency pack, and she has arthritis really bad in her hands. Her hands swell up, they hurt really bad, especially if she uses them in cold weather, anything like that. So she prefers the Elite ferro rod, our 7.79 inch by 1/2 inch ferro rod. It's a lot longer for her. She can grab a hold of it really easily, and she has more surface area to strike, and it makes it really easy for her, especially paired up with our Osage Orange high-speed steel strikers. 4 edges, really sharp. They won't cut her, but they're sharp enough to scrape the ferro rod. If she was in a wet condition, a really cold weather condition, or high up in the mountains or anything like that, high altitude, no problem with her getting a fire started and keeping herself warm. And also, she's gonna use the 4DB Fire Dust. It's a combination of Osage Orange wood with fatwood, Missouri Premium fatwood, and she'll just dump out some of that. She's gonna add a spark to it and show you guys how easy it is for her to start a fire. Okay, so there you see it. You see how the ferro rod itself, it's soft enough to throw hot gobbing sparks down, and they dance. They sit there and dance on the tinder. That's what you want out of your ferro rod. If your ferro rod is too hard, it won't throw those dancing gobbing sparks like that. But they're also hard enough to last a lifetime. Some of our ferro rods are a year old or more. Like I took this one to the last expo we went to, and I struck it all day long. I mean, it's still got enough life to it, but it still will throw hot dancing sparks every time for you. The 4DB Fire Dust, we're also quality testing that. I mix it up myself. It's fatwood and Osage Orange. And what it does is, as you can see, if this was regular fatwood, it'd burn up really quick. But if you can get a close-up on this, as you can see, it's the mixture that allows it to burn and burn and burn and burn, and we don't even have to add any to it. It'll just keep burning and burning and burning. So that Osage Orange wood in there burns really, really hot and really long. The fatwood allows the ignition, a really fast ignition. So the quality test on both of these items are perfect, and that's what we like to see. Before we send it out to you guys, we keep it in our packs and we make sure that it's the best quality. All right, everybody, so welcome back. I have my daughter here, Brianna, and she likes all of the ferro rods. My mother, as you guys just saw, she used the longer ones because her hands have arthritis. Well, Brianna, she can almost use just every one of them. She does like the longer ones because they're much easier, but she can use the 5-inch ferro rod we offer. She can use the tactical ferro rod that we offer, which is that's the 6-inch by 1/2 inch. She likes to use that one, I think, the best, but she can use all of them. She also has a wax round 4DB wax round fire starters. We sell them in packs of 5s, packs of 10s. Really cheap fire starters, but really, really effective. And the reason I like them so much is because all I have to do if I'm feeling really lazy, I don't want to process up my tinder as much. I'm in wet weather, cold weather, high altitude, it doesn't matter. Even a little bit of rain, these things stand the test of time. So she can start this thing, and even if it's drizzling, like I said, she can start it up no problem. All you got to do is, she's already processed it up a little bit. You can tear these things in half. You can fluff them up just a little bit. They'll catch a spark. They're made out of recycled newspaper. So all the newspaper that everybody throws away, we recycle it and we make fire starters out of them. But anyway, we're going to test these out. We want to make sure the quality is very, very good. She's also going to test out the tactical ferro rods. We offer the paracord lanyards that have the jute twine in them. So if you're out, you don't have any tinder at all, it's wet weather, you can take that lanyard apart and you have a piece of jute in there long enough to start a fire. So all of our ferro rods come with a black coating on them, you'll notice that. And then once she scrapes it off, it'll be silver underneath. Now the silver that you're looking at is a combination, a really good combination of magnesium, cerium, and iron. I'm gonna let Brianna also test out our keychain fire starter, which is the 3" by 1/2" fire starter. They do take a little bit more practice though, because you don't have a lot of ferro rod to scrape. You only have just a little bit of surface area. So, excuse me, we're gonna see how well she does with these. She'll have to scrape that black protective coating off like I just talked about. There she goes. So it took her just a little bit longer, but that's a really short ferro rod. All right, everybody. So this is our extreme weather fire starter. Now this one looks pretty beat up. It's been in my son's pack. I just grabbed it for this demonstration, but essentially it has the Missouri premium fatwood on here that we harvest ourselves, and it also has a 100% pure magnesium bar along with the ferro rod on top. The magnesium starts real hot, real fast fires, okay? The ferrocerium rod will start that fire for you, and the fatwood will allow that to burn longer. So essentially you have a 3-in-1 life-saving fire starter at hand. That's all waterproof, okay? All these are waterproof. So we're gonna put them all in here. So we're gonna soak these. We'll start with the extreme weather fire starter. Let's say, we'll just keep all these in here. Let's say you tipped over in your canoe, or you're hiking and this thing is attached to your bag and it got all wet because of the rain, the snow, anything like that. It's still gonna start for you. So what we want to do is we can start with the fatwood. Can you get a close-up on this? So the fatwood, what we're going to do is we're going to shave off. We're using our 4 Directions Bushcraft Osage Orange high-speed steel striker to process our tinder. So we're going to shave that off into a pile. We'll move that out of the way. Shave that off into a pile. Then we'll hit it with our magnesium. So we'll process our magnesium up in there as well. And now all we have to do is move those into a pile and hit it with a spark by our ferrocerium on top. The fatwood burst into flames first. And the magnesium is slowly burning as well. There it goes. Now it hit. Look at how hot that is. And that was soaking wet, dipped in water. I didn't dry it off or anything. We'll leave it in there, we'll soak it. Can you show this? You see all those have been soaked in there. Now, cheap ferrocerium will fall apart in water. It'll mush up, it'll fall all apart. Especially when you start processing it, when you start scraping it, it'll fall apart. These ferro rods, they don't. Now, I do this demonstration at all the expos. The reason 4Directions Bushcraft ferrocerium rods are supreme over the rest is the quality in which they're made. The magnesium, the cerium, and a little bit of iron in there. It's the percentage of each one of those that make the ferrocerium rod. Now, this has been soaked in water and it's dripping. And it's still going to perform for you. You can tell the wear on those. This is newer, of course. This is about a year old. And it starts just as well. Now we got a puddle of water there. The 4DB fire dust still starts, no problem. And the ferro rod still lasts. See, it's not going to shred up when it gets wet. That's high quality ferrocerium. Now we'll test the extreme weather fire starter one more time. It's been soaking the whole time. I just want to make sure that this is as easy as it would be if it was dry. I want to make sure it's that easy. So we'll start it in the puddle of water. So with the amount of fat wood that we give you, it's actually more than this one that I'm testing. Actually, they're a little bit bigger. The ones that we offer on Amazon and on 4directionsbushcraft.com, they're bigger than this. You can start hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fires with these things. So there's the magnesium, there's the fat wood. It's in a puddle of water. And there it goes. And there goes the magnesium. All right, everybody, so thanks for joining us for this demonstration and quality check. Like I said, I bring all my products out here. I quality check them before they reach your kits or your bags or your family members or yourselves, just to make sure 4DB is always of the highest quality. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Stay tuned for some primitive videos. We got some primitive videos coming up from our family to yours. We really, really appreciate all that you guys do for us, all your subscriptions, all your comments, all your views. And again, you can find us on 4directionsbushcraft.com. That's our website, of course. You can find us on Amazon. We have a Facebook group, 4Directions Bushcraft. It's growing. I think we have over 2,000 members now. And you can find us on Instagram as well. So catch us on all of our social media platform links. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care out there.